Once upon a time in Fairytale Land, everything was wonderful and everyone lived happily and harmoniously together. But that was only half the story, because on the other side to Fairytale Land was Bad Land.
Once upon a time in a lair, there lives creatures much scarier than a grizzly bear.
Creatures so evil and hated and mean.
They may even make you scream. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Is it I, so gorgeous and pretty? I really do think my rhymes are quite witty.
Would you quit the ridiculous rhyming?
You do is you staring at thing all day. What else do I have to do? Well, Snow White is often married. I have nobody else to torture.
Years ago, Fairy Godmother banished us from Fairyland.
Can you believe that? Who does she think she is? We didn't do that many bad things, did we? No. I only blew down a few of their houses. So boring in Badland. There's not even any tasty pigs or grammels to eat. Yeah, you're right. It has been a while since I've threatened I'll eat someone. Sometimes I miss those billy goats.
What are we doing here listening to the fairy tale friends?
Who do they think they are banishing us? Well, I've had enough. Baddies, we need to plan our comeback to Fairytale Land. What? Do you mean it? You mean it won't be long until I'm huffing and puffing down at those silly pigs' houses again? It'll be very soon indeed. Now listen, this is the plan. I heard the old goblin talking about a magical legend hidden in the forest that holds a great power.
So if we find it, it will be all the power we need to take over Fairyland.
Wait until we can unleash our wickedness.
Meanwhile, back in Fairytale Land, there lived a sweet girl called Little Red Riding Hood, and she was on her way to her grandma's house.
I made her some cakes, as she's not feeling very well. If I cut through these woods, it'll be even quicker. Move over, Goody. I'm the one who tells stories over here. Word on the street. We're getting ready for a comeback. Ooh, yeah. Come out, wherever you are. This be? Banished you to Badland 10 years ago. A pink, fluffy fairy tale is about to come crashing down. What? I'm hungry today. How is your grandmother, Little Red? Down, you idiot.
Calm down, you big goat.
Come on, we need to get going.
We need to start putting our plan into action.
Turtle! Forest! What are we going to do?
When in times of trouble, one might call up a good friend. I know just the people. Yes, hello. Yes, we've got an emergency. A code red 500. I repeat, a code red 500. As fast as we could. If you're here. Thank you for coming back to Fairytale Land. I feared this would happen. It was only a matter of time. What are we going to do? Where are the other princesses? I tried Cinderella, but she said she had lost a shoe or something. And I think Rosalind's having a bad hair day. This just means Sleeping Beauty. Uh-oh. Oh, she's falling asleep again. Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. Oh gosh, it does make things tricky when one keeps falling asleep all the time. At least you're here now. We need a plan. The baddies said they were heading off into the forest. Any ideas what they could be doing there? Well, my magic can help us, but I think we're going to have extra involvement. We need someone that knows the forest really well. Oh, I know just the man. Yes, I'd heard he'd got back from his travels. He's been stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Gang, I know the baddie's plan. Meet my new merry man. The baddies plan to journey into the depths of the magical and discover the legend of the great magical enormous turnip. What? Turnip? I'm afraid, girls. This enormous turnip holds many magical powers. I've heard about it in the magical lessons. I read about it in a book. Huge it is. Oh my goodness, what an adventure! Right, friends, if you want to join me on this quest, you better be brave. Fearless and heroic. You all have to run as fast as you.
Our fairy tale friends bravely set off in search of the enormous turnip, but the baddies were following close behind.
Come on, keep up.
I'm bored. How much further? We must be close now. Where is your black cat? Black cats are so old-fashioned these days. It's all about having a white dog.
Quit chatting, you lot, and focus on the task at hand. What are we looking for again?
Some kind of magical legend thing?
Oh.
If we keep creeping further and further into the forest, I'm sure we'll find it. Are you sure you know the way to the magical turnip, Evil Queen? We've been walking around for ages. Are you sure we're not lost? Of course I'm sure we're not lost. Well, it's just because that tree looks very familiar. We're in the forest, for goodness sake. What do you expect? We are not lost. Then, if we don't know where we are, how are we not lost? We are lost. Well, I didn't know how hard it would be to find that enormous turnip. It's enormous after all. I told you should have let me bring my sat-nav. Oh, be quiet and let me concentrate for you.
Meanwhile, the fairy tale friends carried on creeping through the forest. It wasn't long until they came across a cottage made from sweets.
Everyone, King Connie. One is potted and you catch me on the gingerbread man. Yes, we know. You've been singing that ever since we've been on this adventure. And this adventure seems to be rather a long one. I'm used to walking through the woods, but this sure is taking a while. Yes, I'm getting very sleepy again. Oh dear. Well, don't worry, we are close now. Oh, not a tasty looking cottage made of sweets. Anyone can bury some gumdrop button on their roof to accessorize my gingerbread. Good idea! Why don't we go inside and get some? No! So wait, have you thought of anything from eating that poison apple? Yes, you mustn't go into other people's houses. My friend Goldilocks had a rather unfortunate mishap with a cottage and 3 bears. Gingerbread man, I know you are very... I'm not sure that even you can outrun 3 angry bears. I'm sure the person who lives here must be very happy having such a pretty house. No, don't be fooled. I wicked witch lives inside. Rumour is she kidnapped some children. Oh! Quick, let's keep walking. Come on, my band of merry men. It's not too much further. We're not all men here. Well, come on then, merry woman. I think merry people would be the correct term nowadays, Robin. You really need to move with the time. Well, come on then, merry everyone! My merry heroes. Carry on our epic adventure. Let's do it. Oh dear, where am I? We're on an adventure to find the enormous turnip. Oh yes, I remember. Well, what are you doing standing around here then, Robin? Come on, goodness me.
So the goodies set off over the hill to find the enormous turnip. But the baddies were also heading over the hill from the other side. And, uh-oh.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. No, you're not supposed to be here. This is our wood. Are you forgetting that we vanished you all those years ago?
We're fed up of living in bad land. Our lives are nothing if we have no one to terrorize.
But evil queen, that's not kind. That's not a nice way to be. Oh, please, Sleeping Beauty, you're so much more annoying when you're awake. Don't be so rude. Don't be so rude.
Please don't speak to my friend like that.
Hey, don't speak to my friend like that.
I mean it. Stop it.
Oh, please, gingerbread man. I could blow you down with one big huff and pop. You could be a pile of crumbs.
No amount of running can stop us from catching you, gingerbread man. When we get that magical turnip, we can get all the power we want to make a comeback. Dun, dun, dun. Where is it you're going to next?
Yes, please do tell us.
Once we walk over that hill, the turnip power will be ours. No, you stop talking, troll.
Oh, carry on, my good man.
Fine, I will. It's just over that hill. You'll see it.
You fool! Great, you heard him, everyone. Come on, let's go. Everyone, we have to get there before they do. Gosh, she's livened up a little bit.
So all of the characters charged off towards the turnip, each hoping that they would get there first. Our fairy tale friends were running as fast as they could, but the baddies were coming up close behind them.
Come on, you lot, run faster.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Our fairy tale friends began skipping as quick as they could towards the turnip, but the bad guys kept running faster and faster.
Really need to run so we could beat those skipping, smiling do-gooders.
Come on, follow me.
There it is.
Wow, that is enormous.
Oh, nom, nom, nom. I would like to eat that enormous turnip.
No, Troll, it's not for eating. What's the plan here, Evil Queen? We have no magical powers. What are we gonna do?
We don't need magic with my brains. My idea is so clever and cunning. That turnip is so large we won't need any magic. This enormous turnip is right above Fairytale Land.
So, what does that mean?
What can this enormous turnip do for us? Ugh, you're a bunch of fools. We are gonna push that enormous turnip down the hill until it squashes everyone in Fairytale Land.
What a brilliant plan.
We squash to smithereens. Splat, squash, squish.
Splash, splush. That's the end of those goodies. So that's the baddies' plan.
How can they? It's such a bad thing to do.
We need to run as fast as we can. Go get me. I'm the gingerbread man. No more running, gingerbread man. Stop running. We need to face this. Let's feed them the poisoned apple. We need a woodcutter to cut them up. No, we need to use magic. Fairy Godmother, what are you thinking? We need a spell to shrink the enormous turnip. That way they'll push it off the hill and it won't flatten anyone. What a great idea! The baddies won't see it coming. Okay, everyone, I'll teach you the spell. It goes like this.
The fairy godmother taught everyone the magic spell to shrink the turnip, and it wasn't a moment too soon as the bad guys were so close to reaching the turnip and pushing it off the hill.
Everyone, run!
But the baddies were no match for the fairy tale friends and their magic spell.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Move over, bad guys, we're coming to you. The enormous magical turnip so big and tall. Shrink down very tiny and small. The turnip shrunk. It's no longer enormous. All right, guys!
No. Curse you and that good magic.
Tasty. No, Troll, don't be greedy. Why not? Let's have a snack.
We can eat the magic turnip to restore our magic powers. Quick, share it out before they stop us from eating it.
So the baddies gobbled down the enormous turnip, pleased with their victory and that their magical powers were finally restored. But then all of a sudden, as they munched on the turnip, they started to feel ever so slightly peculiar.
Tasty.
Ever so slightly good.
Oh, what is this strange feeling?
I feel like skipping. Why am I wearing this? It looks too evil for me.
I feel like going out for a walk in the woods without eating any grandmas, little girls, or piggies.
Oh, hello, Snow White. You look beautiful today.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty, it's so lovely to see you. What's going on? Evil Queen, are you feeling okay?
Oh, yes, and I feel wonderful today. Instead of calling me evil, call me Queenie.
I can't believe my gun will buy. The baddies don't realise that they've eaten the magical turnip. So it's good magic. Their bad magic has now been replaced with good magic. Yay. You see, good always conquers evil in the end.
And harmony was restored in Fairytale Land once more. The fairytale friends declared that the former baddies were no longer banished, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Now I'm a goodie. I can do some ballerinas dancing. Now that I'm good, I think I'll be a painter.
I think I'll be a singer and an apple seller. And none of the apples will be poisoned, I promise.
So maybe I can build stuff like a museum, build anything maybe.
I think I might become the first vegetarian troll and eat the grass for 3 goats and tell lots of jokes. What do you call a goat with no horns? I don't know this one. What do you call a sheep with no legs? A cloud.